Good morning, everyone. Louise here. We have this weekend a full moon eclipse, I believe, in Scorpio, and it's probably been about another week since I did a video, and I have been quite introspective over quite a few weeks. And then yesterday I had an urge to go into my cupboard that I have hundreds of decks of tarot cards, but I had this push to go into my cupboard and get out a specific oracle deck, and it is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck by Alberto, Violdo, called Colette Baron Reed. Now, I believe that Alberto Violdo is a shaman. He is a shaman. He spent many years as an apprentice in South America. He was a university professor. He's an anthropologist, I believe. I think I read a book of his many years ago, but I can't find it. So, because I was quite interested in picking this book up. And if you have cards yourself, you'll know that Colette Baron Reed has many, many decks on the market. But this one sang to me yesterday, and I got it out yesterday, and I shuffled the cards, and I cleared the cards, and I cleansed the cards, and then something told me to put them away till today. So now I have my cards out. They've been cleared. They have been cleansed with sound, and yes, I'm ready to go. Now, before we begin, I've been seeing this for about 3 years now. As I'm going to sleep and as I'm waking up, I am seeing the eye of what I believe it's a bird of prey, definitely, but I think it's an eagle. This morning, I saw an eagle. I saw this eagle soaring high above this ice snow-capped mountain, and I think that it's my message, but I always believe that if the message for me, there's a message somewhere in there for other people, and I believe we are being called to go back to nature, to respect the spirits that live in nature, the spirits who are nature, to see our world and our life from the perspective that everything is happening in divine order, to see things from a higher vantage point, to move away from the illusion of day-to-day life. And I do believe I said something about this world being illusory, this three-dimensional world being illusory, in my last video, or maybe it was the video before. But I am pulled, really pulled, towards shamanic wisdom. And I have all sorts of different decks, and I have an interest in many ancient traditions and teachings. Teachings from people like Rumi, the Buddha, Christ, shamanic teachings, the gods of the Celts, the Greek gods, the Roman gods. But right now there is this real, I'm being drawn towards shamanic wisdom. And this is the only deck of cards I have in my collection that has anything to do with shamanism in it. So I want to pull just one or maybe two cards on the subject of what can we expect for the full moon and maybe the next few weeks or even months, because this feels like this is more a long-term call. It's a call. It really is a call. It's a very strong call. So, okay. So we have a group of them. So how many is there? There's 3. I don't know which one comes first. I've got them. I'll show you. I've got them. Oh, can you see? Oh, you can't blooming see. Try to make it. I'm wanting to try and make these videos so that you can see what I'm doing and you're not just seeing me, but it's not working. I need help with that. If anybody's got any suggestions, let me know. No, I can't afford 2 cameras, so it's gonna have to be, if I can do it on my phone, I can do it on my phone. So let's have a feel. I've got these cards with the backs of them, facing towards me, so I don't know what they are. And I'm using Reiki to feel which one is the hottest, and they all are the same. So that's giving me an indication that it doesn't really matter which one I pick up first. So I'll pick up that one. What did I say? An eagle. I believe that in shamanic teachings, there is a medicine wheel that they work from, and they use the 4 directions plus heaven and earth, north, south, east, west. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the eagle depicts coming from the west. Now, I'm no expert in shamanism. I have not had any shamanic teaching whatsoever. Okay, just a second. What is eagle trying to tell me here? What is eagle trying to tell? Let me move my book. I've got a book. I've been teaching this morning. I've got a book in my way. All I'm getting from this is that an eagle can soar really high. I believe an eagle can fly to some of the highest altitudes, so that it has a good vantage point when looking for prey. But it doesn't just see the prey, it sees all. It's like it's higher knowledge, it's higher understanding. I'm wondering if we're being called to acknowledge the eagle as an inner knowing as we rise above the noise of life right now. Because right now many of us are living in quite worried circumstances. The world is in chaos, much of it. Our future is uncertain in many ways. And it's almost like it's saying, look at the bigger picture. Look at what's really happening. The eagle is a hunter. Should we be searching now for clarity? I'm getting, may you soar. May you soar on eagle's wings. May you soar on eagle's wings. May you soar on eagle's wings. High above the madness of the world. May you soar on eagle's wings, high above the madness of the world. Thank you. Okay, rise above the madness of the world. Live in freedom. Live in freedom of mind, body, and spirit. This is a soul's journey. This is soul's journey. It's destiny. It's a question. Will you soar on eagle's wings, high above the madness of the world? This is a blessing. Thank you. And the next one we have is the Holy Mountain. This is the Holy Mountain. Okay. Many, many spiritual religions go on pilgrimages or live in mountains. In Tibet, Tibetan monks, many shaman live in the mountains of the Andes and Peru and all these places in South America. Many Hindus go up mountains to find the answers to problems through meditation, to listening, to being able to be peaceful enough to listen. Buddhists, many Buddhists who live in monasteries, spend much of their day meditating in peace. And of course, when you get to the top of a mountain or a very big hill, you have a high vantage point. Much like the eagle, you have a high vantage point. It's almost as if there are spirits in these mountains, but we are not taking notice. This is probably a really cryptic message. And if you are drawn to nature, to climbing a small mountain or even a large mountain right now, or going on a good hike, I'm getting this be respectful. Be respectful of your surroundings. These mountains aren't just big, huge clumps of rock. They've been there for millennia. They have seen us come and go. They have witnessed what we have done. There's an energy here. There's a new energy coming in. There is a new energy coming in. And what happens next very much depends on our respect for nature, because they are us. Nature is us and we are them. We are being called to see ourselves in every rock, in every stream, in every tree, plant, bird of the air, creepy crawlies, fish, mammal, any mammal. We are called to see the relationship that we have with them. We are reliant on this relationship and we have forgotten. And it's time to remember that nature is us and we are it. It's time to remember that we are Mother Earth, and without Mother Earth we will not be any longer. There's a huge sense of needing to be respectful, needing to acknowledge our place in the world, needing to acknowledge that we don't hold the most important place in the world, because everything on this planet is equally as important. And this is a lesson we need to learn. We need to learn this because new energy is coming in. We have ended a cycle. We have ended a cycle. And we are beginning a new cycle. And I'm seeing, for some reason now, the Mayan calendar. And I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I believe the Mayan calendar stopped in might have been 2012. I might be wrong. This calendar was 5,000 years old, and all that time ago, when I was a child, I remember learning about it in school, the mystery of the Mayan calendar and how in 2012 there is no continuation. And we all believed that the world was going to end in 2012 because that is when the Mayan calendar ended. There was nothing beyond that. But now people are saying, well, a few years ago, people were saying that it's a cycle. We will begin again. We've done 5,000 years and we are going to begin again. And we do know that civilizations and some that are more advanced than us ceased to be around 5,000 years ago, and it's taken us 5,000 years to get to where we are now. It's almost as if, it's not that we're all going to die, because if we all died we wouldn't be here now, but it's almost as though we have this lesson to learn and time is running out because our attention is elsewhere. It's in the here and the now, and what we can see and what we can hear and what we can taste and what we can touch. It's about It's about recognizing and acknowledging that we are all one. We're in chaos at the moment, but we're not supposed to be chaotic. We're not supposed to be in competition. We were supposed to learn this time around that competition leads to destruction. What we need to do, and very damn quick, is to learn to cooperate with one another, cooperate with nature as nature cooperates with us, because if it didn't, we would not survive. And what's the next card? We have the Hunter. In years gone by, and I'm thinking of Native American peoples, we know that the Native American peoples, when they hunted and they killed a bison or whatever they were killing, we know that they used the whole of the animal. They didn't waste anything. They knew that they were killing a spiritual being for their own survival. And so they had enough respect for the animal that they killed to make use of all of the animal. I'm being pushed to say that we are wasteful. We have forgotten to have respect for the things that we sacrifice in order to survive. We've gone beyond that. We have forgotten to have respect to the point where we throw so much away that could be made use of. But it also, by throwing that away, we are discarding respect for the plants, the animals, the trees that we decimated in order to get that object, for instance. When you throw out a piece of furniture, what spirits were in that furniture? I think we're being too, I know we are, we're being told we're being too wasteful for decades, but it's almost like this has come to a crucial point. This is now crucial that we are mindful of everything that we buy. It's almost, do you actually need the thing that you want? Is the thing that you want crucial for your survival? We are here at a point in time where I'm hearing that there's no baby formula in the US. I'm hearing that the shelves are empty in many supermarkets in different countries. I'm aware that there are items that we can no longer buy because of issues with supply and demand, or issues with war or transport or fuel prices, or all these things have been coming for a long time. It was going to happen at some point. And people are complaining that there is nothing to eat. They've got nothing to eat. But is there? Is it time to go into nature? Is it time to buy a book on foraging and go into nature and make use of the things that naturally grow? Is it time to stop buying things that are wrapped in plastic? I'm no eco-warrior, believe me, I'm not. But I'm reminded today that I have lost my respect for nature without ever meaning to. And if I am reminded that I have lost my respect and need to regain my respect for Mother Earth, for nature, to see doing things differently, not just as just a difficult challenge, but an exciting challenge. Make do with what you have. Recognise that there is spirit in everything, and recognise that none of us are any better than anyone else or anything else. Mother Nature, it's the divine feminine. There's a lot of masculine at the moment in the world, and this is why we have chaos. Masculine, yang. Yang energy is hot, fiery, angry. Female energy, yin. It's cool, it's watery, it's emotional. I think it's time to see the spirit in everything around you. Be grateful for the presence. And to never take more than you need. Use what you have. Because times are going to get tough, and we are going to have to remember who we are, where we came from, and I think we're going to have to remember some ancient skills. Step one is spirituality. It's gratitude. It's recognizing the God in everything. I'm not sure whether this video will be well received or not, but it's my channel. And I know I don't have many subscribers. But if one person listens to this and takes notice and relays a similar message to many people and only gets one other person to notice, word will spread. Be peaceful. Be grateful. See life from a higher perspective. And see the God in everything. See you soon. Bye-bye.